Hello everyone, this is MixtressRae, and I am making my 10th ASMR video today. And I'm nervous about this one because I'm doing a new angle. And I just hope that it works. Today I'm going to show you some of my books, and they're going to be separated into two categories. First, I'm going to show you my top 5 favorite books. So that is these here. Start with the oldest, the classiest, and the one that you can get everywhere because it's in the public domain. So don't be shy about this one. If you've never read Pride and Prejudice, it is a really great love story because it is the kind of love story that it simmers. You know, it doesn't, the people that fall in love don't even like each other at first. And it takes, 400 pages for them to realize they love each other. And it's just, there's a reason it's a classic love story. And probably the most beloved love story that I actually like. So, very good book, for sure. This next one is Love is a Mixtape by Rob Sheffield. Also a very good book. It's nonfiction, memoir, music memoir type book, and it's mostly about a relationship between Rob and a woman that he was married to early in his life, and it's kind of a love note to her, and it's just great. It's so good, and it's so sad, and it involves like actual copies of mixtape liner notes and things, which is really fun. So anything with a cassette on it, I'm into. You can actually see today my cassette necklace, which is pretty much my signature necklace. I wear it all the time. This book is probably my first favorite book. It involves 2 gay male characters and a haunted house. And it's, as you can see, I very much loved the spine. I really do like to read this book at least once a year, and I have no problems bending the spine backwards, which is one of the reasons I prefer paperback books. So, it's a very good book. This one I just reread, and it's just so much fun. It's, got a lot of 80s video game and geek culture references in it, so it's just so much fun to read about that for me. This one is another classic, High Fidelity Can't go wrong with that, right? My goal as a writer, someday, I want to write the more modern version of High Fidelity. I mean, this book isn't that old, but I basically want to write the female protagonist version of High Fidelity. That is my goal. So those are my top 5 favorite books of all time. Right there. All fiction except for Love is a Mixtape. It's the only one that isn't fiction. But like all memoirs, I'm sure it's kind of a fictionalized account. Next, I'm going to show you a few books that I just really like and recommend. This one is about a drag queen in high school, and just, he's a really fun, happy person. He reminds me of a friend of mine, John Dorflinger, that I met at a drag show. It's actually the only time I've seen him in person, but we became Facebook friends, and he is just a ray of sunshine. He's always posting his spirit animals on Facebook and the things that are getting him through the day, and it's just, he's a really great positive person, and so is the main character of this book. So if you like drag queens and you like an empowering, happy story, this is a really great one. And it's got so much just fun language, and it's written by, James St. James, the club kid. He also wrote Disco Bloodbath, which was later renamed to Party Monsters. You may know it as that title. This one is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, and it's this particular edition of it was one that my good friend Lisa donated to the library, and I bought it. And it's just, a really old one with the old bound binding. Arguably the first sci-fi book ever written by a woman, so that makes me pretty happy. It's a really good read if you've never read it. Also in the public domain, so you can get it for free. Like Gutenberg.org, or if your library has an ebook website, you can probably get it on there for free. This one is just pretty much my first favorite horror book, and the 70s movie I watched over and over when I was in middle school and then high school. I really love it. And this particular cover was at our library, and I had to have it. I just had to. So I kind of did something a little dishonest. I checked it out, and then I told them that I lost it. And I paid for it so that I could keep it. And I bought another version of it that was the same cover, so it was kind of silly. I could have just bought myself one, but this one actually has my library's binding on it and everything. I like that. And there's an inscription inside of the woman who used to own it. And she's someone that my mom actually knows and got pretty close to. So at the time, they were hanging out a lot, and it was just kind of interesting. Like, hey, this book used to belong to you. And I pretended I lost it so that I could own it. This one is probably, I mean, it's just the Tao Te Ching, which you can get anywhere, but this particular version of it was given to me by my favorite art teacher in high school, and it's got his name on it, in 1963, so that's when he got the book. So it's just, and I don't know why he gave it to me. Maybe just because I wanted it, and he was very nice. So this particular book has been through a lot, most of it because of me. I almost lost it a couple of different times. Luckily, I got it back. This one is another music memoir by Steve Almond. He is a great writer. He also wrote a book called Candyland about his love of candy, and this is about his love of music, and he's a great writer. Great writer. So this is a good read. It's another just nice, happy, get to read about all the music that someone loves, and those are really enjoyable books for me. This one is more just sentimental to me. I reread it again a few years ago. The first time I read it was either in high school or shortly after, and it's a really good overview of Buddhism, and I do not know how to say this guy's name. I always say it in my head as Thich Nhat Hanh, which is probably incorrect. I think it's a Vietnamese name. But he writes great books on Buddhism. So, this is a good one. But any of his, or any of the Dalai Lama's books are good. This is also kind of a symbolic. I haven't actually read this whole book, but in the very first chapter, it describes, there we go, section 1, describes the journal as the 79-cent therapist, because, you can get like a composition notebook, or just like a little 70-page notebook for 79 cents, and then you can just write out all your shit. My friend Lindsay gave it to me. She's given me so many things. She's amazing. And I've really taken the 79-cent therapist idea to heart over the course of my life. Someday I might actually show you my journals, because I can just write out any problem. If I just sit down and do it and commune with myself, I can really sort my shit out, And I think probably all of us could do that if we really let ourselves. So it's something to think about if you've never tried just writing out things that are going on with you. It's really helpful to me, and would probably be really helpful to a lot of people. So, I don't really know if this book is good. It's just a symbol to me. It's got different projects in it that you can write about, and like different lists you can do. I think I've done a lot of the projects. Maybe I did read it back in like 2001 or something, but I don't remember. This one is also symbolic. I have a lot of these Taschen Icons books, and they are the coolest. They have, just like funny 70s ads, or they've got, different fashion and advertising from any decade, and they're like $10, and they're beautiful. They've always got, lots of really cool stuff in them. So I have a lot of these. So this is just, another symbolic book. And this very last one, I hope that you liked it. Just a reminder that I was hoping to have 25 subscribers by my 10th video, which is the one that I am making right now, the one that you're watching right now. So if you're not from the future, for me it's May of 2014, then please subscribe to my channel. I just need one more subscriber for me to justify buying some equipment. I'd like to get a better microphone and a tripod, and maybe even a whole different camera. That would be cool. I don't know if that's possible with my current fund situation, but it might be possible. Anyway, if I do get a few more subscribers, I can definitely justify spending money on some better equipment. So please subscribe, and if you are really inclined to be super nice to me, if you go to my blog, which is MixtressRae.com, and click on the donate button to the right of the blog content, it's about halfway down the page over there on the right, and send me some money via PayPal that I can put towards getting better equipment to make better videos for you guys. That would be great. I hope that you like this video. I have had another really long week. The process that I'm going through to heal from my surgery that I had a week ago today has been a little bit more involved than I sort of assumed. I assumed that it would just kind of hurt for a day or two, and then it would be pretty much fine, but I have so many stitches in my mouth, and it's been hard to eat, and hard to talk, and so it's been kind of hard for me, but I feel much better today, because I'm looking forward to having 2 days off after today. It's currently 6 in the afternoon, and it's really beautiful outside. It's sunny, and there's little fluffy clouds. It's like 65 degrees, which is pretty perfect for me. So I think I will take a nice little walk after I finish this video. So I hope that you have a wonderful week, wonderful weekend, and I will hopefully be back next week.